every day.
All day, every day, because now we are actually live.
Oh
That's why I
no.
love hooded sweatshirts.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop.
High,
won't
high
stop.
throughput sweatshirts.
That is it.
Giggity.
Well, it's Saturday. It's Goodman Games, so this must be Weird Frontiers, despite us talking about technology for the last 15 minutes. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Given how last session went, we're going to put that legal disclaimer right at the very beginning here. You folks might laugh. You might enjoy yourself. You might feel a little guilty while doing it, and you will certainly wonder where turns in life have taken you to watch us tonight. You'll question that a lot. But you've been warned. You've been warned. Chuck, you got any pre-roll?
No.
No pre-roll?
Ready
Nothing?
to do this.
Okay, well, let's do this. We're back with some Weird Frontiers. We are in the middle of dig three graves, two graves. What is it?
Dig three graves.
Digging graves. We're digging graves. Anyone watching us get an idea of what this module is like, just note that I am hacking the module into an ongoing campaign, and I changed things because the characters are much higher levels than the module is written for. So your mileage may vary. Chuck, who you playing tonight?
I am playing Pierce McIntyre, occultist, father of Scab, former servant of the Black Goat, and if I remember correctly, actually no, my health is pretty good right now. I thought I was worse than I am, but I'm doing great.
But your BO is pretty bad.
My
right
BO
now.
is monstrous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of that mercurial magic taking place there.
Yes.
So, tell us all about the Frenchman that you're playing, Jake.
Well, he is a French photographer turned Calavera, and he is traumatized by a great many things that happen that have nothing to do with his job of talking to ghosts.
Never have you seen so much oiled, naked buttocks in your life.
Oh, yes. He gazes into the eye of the abyss, but quite recently he has gazed into the eye of the rising star. So it's,
Now that's a Christmas ham.
oh, boy.
Jeremy, tell us all about the doting son to our Mr. Pierce McIntyre that you're playing.
Hi, I'm Scab. I'm 12 years old, and I guess I'm a Tommy knocker. I just haven't felt so good ever since the cave-in. But my dad is just the best man in the world. I'm trying to take care of him as best I can, and this horrible lady shot him with a shotgun, even though she was real pretty and she's naked. But no, she shot my daddy, and that's what's important.
Mm-hmm. Joe, before you tell us anything about your character, why don't you look deep into the camera and give us your best wanted man face as it would appear on the wanted posters, where your character is wanted for carpetbaggery, lying, cheating, and conmanship. Yeah.
I feel
let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see the face.
I like the way that he does it in the Zoom, or in the portrait that I have, where he just looks really bored. He's just like, I like that. But yeah, I'm playing the Jebediah Bejebums, our con man. Gambler is the actual class, but yeah, sometimes hurts the enemy more than he hurts his friends. That's the goal.
And Eddie, tell us about Ivan, who the rumor mill says Ivan died, and you're actually the son of Ivan because you're younger than Ivan should be.
Some trickery is afoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am playing Ivan, who may have finally found his final form. Oiled up, greased, ready for combat. He's the filler of pants, the soiler of something. He's I don't know. He's out of sorts right now. He's been caught unawares and without his drawers, and he's looking to throw down against who, up until just a few moments ago, were his sworn best friends.
Amazing how quickly that changes. And last, certainly not least, let's hear all about Chance.
Say that's maybe debatable, but Chance is our gunslinger who also hurts the enemies sometimes more than he hurts his friends, and is currently not participating in the ham fest in the backyard. So
Yeah.
instead, we got other problems out front that I don't know how we're going to deal with.
And the most important thing is the chances of a very pretty man, especially when he's not talking.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. He has some good arm candy. That chance. Your mama would be proud.
I got a personality of 10. It's all right. Well, it's 12 actually, max. So,
Okay, so
above average.
last session, you go and try to save your wrestler from what you think is certain death as he went to bed. A killer, cold-blooded killer, or so you are told. Hoping to get the jump on the killer before that killer ends your friend Ivan. That didn't work out so well. It didn't. So you have a killer, sans clothing, trying to kill you. That combat was going interestingly, especially with the cactus that nearly did in Jebediah as well as the woman. But now Eddie, Ivan has stepped out. With his mighty roar telling you all basically to let off his woman, even as across town from the old saloon, Mad Dog Siffert and Michelle are who's actually got Mad Dog on a leash, are heading your way. Chance, you were hanging back, kind of watching to see what might be going on. So before we roll the next round of initiative, I am going to give you an action. They don't see you, and you're far enough removed from the combat. Is there anything you want to do before the second wave hits?
I haven't really figured that out, to be honest, because I don't actually really want to get into a fight here, especially since in theory we need information out of these people about where we're going. So this may be dumb, but I may try and engage with them socially.
Okay.
And with money.
Tell me what you want to do, and then we'll see the roll. I'll modify the roll accordingly. We'll see how well your plan goes. So go ahead. RP out what you're doing. So they're heading towards the disturbance. They don't quite see what's going on, just that there's a disturbance and, the house of their friend. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, but I'll go ahead and step out, with my hands up, making sure I'm not looking too threatening. I'd be like, seems like, my friend and your friend are having an exciting time in there, but... And maybe there is some misunderstanding with the rest of my friends, but I'm hoping we could come to an amicable solution out of this, even if it, takes a little money to get there.
Ooh, okay. Roll me a personality check. You can take just +1 to it. You did say the magic word, money.
Yeah, I figured that would probably be fine. That is not a
good
roll.
That is not a good roll.
I may go ahead and use a boon to roll that again.
Okay.
Hopefully it will come out better. Oh, it's even worse.
Even worse. Yeah.
Darn it. How many times can you do that?
Well, until you, you can do it again until you roll a 1 anyway.
All right, that's coming up next. I'm going to spend one more boon. Okay, it'd be a 19 with the +1.
Time's a charm. There we go.
That's right. Okay. All right. So what happens is
it only took 2 boons.
Michelle brings Mad Dog to a halt by yanking on his chain. He yelps, and he basically sits down on his legs in front of you, starts sniffing at your legs, growling a little bit. And she's you can tell that she's probably just a little drunk, as her eyes aren't quite focusing very well. And she's like,
all right.
Sarah likes her fun a little rough, but this sounds like it's getting out of hand. Gunshots and all.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit, this is even rougher than I had in mind.
A little roll here for Mad Dog. All right. Mad Dog pisses on your boots.
I'll buying new ones.
But you have her intrigued. She's like, yeah, I saw you flashing some cash back at the saloon. You got a proposition? We got some regular employment, but our employer doesn't mind us taking some side jobs now and then. She kind of looks over. There hasn't been another gunshot in a bit, so she's not too worried.
We got like a place that we're trying to get to, and I think you guys might know where it's at. And I'll like peel a couple $100 out.
Wow.
Yeah, he's rolling in it. Man, she looks down at it and says, well, that's an awful large stake for just needing some information. Where is it you're trying to get to?
This is where I might need a little helping hand. I don't remember the name of the place.
Purgatory.
Purgatory. That one.
All right. Make me a personality check.
Boy.
That's because of the piss on the boots.
This isn't this is not a roll to see if she's going to take it or not. So you can leave it if you want. I was just checking something. Up to you. You can try for a better roll or not, but it's not going to change whether she accepts or not.
Maybe I'll put a little luck on it to get it to a 10 at least. If that makes sense.
Okay. So you're holding out, you said a couple hundreds?
And I can always, sweeten the pot a little bit too. That helps.
Oh, no. She'll put a finger on the top $100 bill and peel just the one off, kind of snap it in front of you. It says, for this, we can sit down and have a nice little talk about what you want to find purgatory for.
All right. It's a good start.
Okay, so we're going to cut back then because this takes a few minutes for you to talk, but you have successfully stopped the second wave from coming over. So I do want an initiative roll from everyone else because, let's see how irate Ivan actually is.
Yeah.
I did my part at least.
You did.
Oh,
You did. Thank
I
God I'm rolling bad
talked
for
to a
initiative.
person and wasn't told to shut up.
Yeah, you're moving on up, man.
Everybody got their initiatives in?
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
Chance has
Killian,
found the secret to charm.
you are up first, and let's set the scene here. So Eddie is probably sitting here, buffalo stance, hands on hips, just swinging in the wind. As he
Just me and my
bellowed
swinging
out.
cod.
So if I remember right, the lion's roar actually does. I think somebody called it a debuff. It does put you guys at a little bit of a disadvantage because he's considering you all to be the enemies in this case. So Killian, how do you react to this? The woman is hurt. She's still in the fight, but she just got knives right now. She dropped her shotguns on the roof, thanks to Scab.
Ghost formed and yanked her off.
So she left her extra shotguns up there. Doesn't seem to have one on her. She does have particularly good skills with a knife, but she's panting, but she seems to still be in the fight. What are you doing, Killian?
I will run from the front through the building to the back, and I will yell out to them, we have arrangement with Monsieur Wolfritter. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Please, everyone stand down.
Make me a personality check.
Oh, boy. Oh, jeez.
You want to keep that? You didn't flub it, so you can.
I don't have any boons, unfortunately.
No boons? All right.
Nope.
Okay, so you say that. That's your action.
Yeah.
Chance. Let's just say this is continuing your conversation. She's willing to hear you. It's going to cost you $100 to sit down and talk to her about it. She hasn't agreed to take you there, but she'll listen to you for the $100.
Yeah, I figure I'll just see if I can start, heading to the bar with them.
Yeah.
Take them away from this scene.
Mad Dog is kind of pulling at the leash, trying to get back to Sarah, but she kind of just yanks it. It's like, kind of follows along. You guys head back into the saloon. Their turn. She throws a knife at you, Killian.
No.
She thinks you're laughing, or that you're lying. Okay, so what does she got here?
She does have a +1 to attack right now.
Well, she's got a minus because of the BO too, though.
Oh, okay, so it washes.
We balance out.
Yeah.
So she averages to perfectly deadly.
Yeah, she's got a heck of a ranged. Okay, so here we go. Boom. Oh, she still misses. Yeah, so this slightly curved knife thunks into the wall beside you there. Killian, as you shout out that you have an understanding with Wolf's Ritter. It doesn't look like she's buying it. That is, however, her turn. She's only got the one action. Jebediah.
All right. So they're not.
Oh, did mine not settle in there?
It says you had a 6. Did you roll something else?
I rolled a 14 for initiative. I don't know why it didn't show up.
Oh,
there.
he did.
Put
Yeah.
it in. All right. So then you will be right before Jebediah. So go ahead.
Okay. Let's see. What should I
She threw the
do
knife.
here?
And Killian tried to talk her down. So yeah. So what are you going to do now?
Okay, here's what I'll do. At great risk to my personal safety, since she has knives out, I will turn around to face her.
Okay.
And I will, while standing there, hands on hips, just tell her, let's see.
Can't help but noticing that gentle curve and her knives are perfect for castration.
The thought had occurred to me. So as I'm looking down at her bleeding and injured as she is, clearly upset, Ivan will just tell her, love, these are my friends. They are well-meaning, but perhaps idiots. Let me carry you inside and take good care of you while they figure out what their problem is out here.
Make me a personality check. You can take it at a +2.
Let's see. Oop, I'm at right now. Oop, so that'll be a 14 with the +2.
Okay.
And I might just go ahead and throw a couple of luck on it to make it a 16.
You don't need to. 14's a success.
Okay.
Yeah. So she puts the hand with the knife on it around your neck, so it's dangerously close to your neck, but then just kind of hops, expecting that you'll catch her.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Arms are ready. I was going to pick her up if she didn't jump anyway.
She stares daggers at the rest of your friends, and she whispers into your ear, "Who's the smelly one? I kill him next."
Oh, that is,
my apologies. Oh, not me. Him.
He looks. I will, as I'm carrying her through the door, I will literally just like hip check Killian off the back step and onto the ground. I'm not even paying him any attention. I'm just talking to her, kind of whispering back, that's Mr. Pierce. He's very nice. And his son is good too. Very good boy. But sometimes he smells and looks very odd. And as people hear me whispering as I walk away, I just use the back of my heel to close the door behind me as we walk in.
Oh, man.
A romantic
Classic.
scene.
Classic. That brings us to Pierce. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Jebediah.
Yeah. I'm kind of gonna be stunned a little bit and look around and holding my gun, just shrug like, are we? I don't know what to do.
I think Ivan's going to be okay until morning. My apologies, everyone. My apologies. Oh boy.
You guys, a couple of seconds after that, you guys will hear the front door shut as well, because that was still open.
Yeah. I think he's safe.
I mean, we tried.
Mm-hmm.
You might hear some painful winces and cries and some things being knocked over, and just don't pay attention to the rest of the noises you hear.
Mm-hmm.
Those are happy
That's all
eyes.
Ivan. That's all Ivan.
It's all me for sure. She's probably got a smaller knife that she's using to punish me for my friends.
Oh, no.
But now she has a lovely blooming cactus on her back porch.
She does. giant.
housewarming present.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to end initiative,
Yeah.
I think so. Like, I think at this, I'd just be like, I'm going to bed.
I can just imagine
Yes.
everybody's kind of staring at each other for half a second, like,
Yeah.
that just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was traumatic.
Hey, lady! You shot my daddy! Now I'm real happy that you're helping my friend with his special purpose, whatever that means. But you shot my daddy. You're sorry you shot him.
Make me a reflex save. A reflex save.
Okay.
Oh God, is he still at a debuff? Oh well, it's a will save. Never mind, it's only will
Yeah.
saves.
Okay. Something is hurled from the window as you're shouting that. You fail to catch it, and it kind of lands at your feet. It's a small knife, but attached to it are a couple of lollipops, just strung together.
Apology accepted.
I was very curious how that was going to go.
I don't know if my younger body can hold out for round 2 here. This is getting rough.
Okay, so trying to wipe the last few minutes from your brains, you head to the saloon because where best to grab the tonic to help that happen. And you see Chance sitting at a table having a conversation with the two other killers, you understand, at the table. Mad Dog is lapping water from a bowl, and there's this overriding smell of wet leather and urine.
Considering that I'm going to smell bad for a few more minutes, I'm just going to hang out on the porch.
Even the horses turn their heads away from
Yeah.
you. Like, oh.
Yeah.
I'll sit with you. I'm not leaving you alone. This place is full of bad people, Dad.
It's
Three
certainly
lollipops. You can give your dad a lollipop. You don't like lime. You can give him the lime.
No, I'll give him the orange one. That's the best.
Thank you.
You're welcome, because you're the best, Dad.
I appreciate that. You're the best son.
I should have killed her because she shot you, but I like Ivan too. And I think
Yeah.
he looked real happy
He did,
in that
didn't
like
he?
funny looking happy way.
Yeah.
I don't quite understand.
No,
It's like he was almost cross-eyed.
I think it's best we just let this one go. Like, I'm not worried about it. Let's just put it behind us.
Okay, but if she hurts you again, that's it.
It's on. Absolutely.
Okay.
Chance, Michelle's taking you back to the saloon where she has confiscated a bottle of whiskey and a few shot glasses and been pouring it out. $100 is kind of like on the table between you two. She just got her finger on it. So, if I knew this place called Purgatory, what would you be interested in finding it for? And about this time is when you all come in. So you're coming in right at the beginning of them starting to converse here.
Well, there's an outlaw who was supposedly killed and buried here in this town, and we went to find him. He wasn't there. It seems like maybe we could find him there instead.
So let me get this right. You are just looking for a body. Stinking body of a no-account criminal. That's all you're looking for.
Yeah. Not quite, but yeah.
Well, what's the other part of that not quite?
Well, last time we saw him, he was being, his astral form was being dragged through the sky by a bunch of pale riders. So, normal dead body, maybe not. But it sure messes everything up.
Right. Friends walk in. She says, well, pull up the chairs, gentlemen. I guess we're going to need some more whiskey.
Maybe somebody who remembers the names better than I do could help elaborate on the story.
She
Both
goes
Chance
and
Daniel have had beers since then.
Oh my gosh.
goes and talks to the bartender. Bartender pulls down a bottle. She's got her back to you guys, but it seems like they're conversing a little bit. It takes a few minutes, but she comes back with another bottle, several glasses. Pours everybody a
cover it.
drink, and she'll take the first shot from the same bottle.
All right.
Now, I understand you gentlemen are looking for purgatory. Now, what do you
Yes.
know about purgatory? Your friend here has bought an hour of my time.
Oh, it's where your day part gang likes to hang out. Do their horrifying business.
Oh, it's a dry park gang that hangs out there. So that's what you think. All right.
That's the idea, yes.
Well, your pretty boy friend here says you're just looking for body of a dead man.
Yes, because we tried to check where his body was supposedly buried, and it's not there.
Instead, there was a nice little letter, and
Well, I can confirm your friend is hanging from a noose up in purgatory right now as a reminder to folks that get hired on by Mr. Wolfsritter stay hired on.
Oh, okay. Well, I suppose we could just arrange a sort of trade with him, perhaps.
All right. As you're talking, the bartender is going down. He's pulling down the shades. He's turning over the close sign. It is kind of late. He's basically just going through putting up the chairs, wiping things down in the background. He might be listening in, but he could just be doing the normal close down too. He's not going out of his way to get too near you.
all right. Well, I know we've got a grieving mother who'd like to see her son again. Really, that's kind of what we're after here.
Right. So you need, well, directions are not going to do you any good. You need someone to take you up there to purgatory.
Yeah,
And that's what that
probably.
other $100 is for.
If that'll do it. If it won't, we can always give you a raise.
She scratches her chin for a minute and says, well, I don't go anywhere without Mad Dog here. Pat's Mad Dog. I think that's worth at least another 100.
I'll take another one out.
She looks at it for a minute. Says, hey, why don't you go ahead and close down a few minutes early? We're going to do some business here. And he kind of nods, throws her the keys, locks up, and then heads upstairs.
Well, I'm glad we didn't have to kill each other, so that's good.
Yeah.
Killing's fun sometimes.
Well,
It can
yes,
be.
yes, but
Can be.
I should say it wasn't productive to do it in this particular case.
It certainly would have made our job hard.
All right. Well, here's the deal. As I said, I've got steady employment with Mr. Wolfsritter right now, but I am able to engage in some side work here and there, and there's not a lot going on in town right now. I'll warn you, Mr. Wolfritter has a concern in purgatory himself. Now, long as you gentlemen aren't going to disturb his caches, I think we can come to an arrangement.
Don't have any need for that. We're fairly well off, I think.
So I lead you to purgatory. You take your body and you go. That's the deal.
Yes.
As far as I know, that's all we need.
She looks over at Mad Dog. Mad Dog kind of sticks his face in all of your faces and starts sniffing. Sits down again, looks at her.
You know where I can get a new pair of boots?
And general store open in the morning.
It's all right. Don't worry about those.
When do you folks want to leave? I've got a couple days before Mr. Wolfritter is going to have need of me. I can lead you there.
I think we just got to wait for our friend get done with his business across the street. Probably good to go.
Oh, he's still alive, huh?
Well,
So far.
still screaming last we heard.
Well, Sarah
maybe
must
good
be having a
screams.
good old time then. Your friend should be fine by morning.
We'll head out in the morning then.
Yes, after breakfast.
All right. She pours you one more round from the whiskey, downs one herself, waits for everybody to drink their whiskey if they're going to. If you don't, that's fine. She doesn't
Oh, yeah.
seem to care. Then she's like, all right, get.
All right. Although we're staying here, so we'll.
Oh, you got rooms. Okay, well, I'll get then.
I have a room all to myself, thanks to Ivan.
I forgot about that.
See you in the morning. Pleasure doing
She
business.
puts her hat on, tips her hat on to you, and she takes Mad Dog out for a walk.
All right.
Yeah, you can hear the outside working the bolt on the lock. She's locked you guys in. Although, I mean, you can open it from this side just fine.
I guys we're good
Guys
to
are
go.
left alone. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there
Title of this episode: Chance attempts to do business.
Yeah. Good job, Chance.
money talks?
Better than Chance. And by better than Chance, I mean better than me.
Does Mr. Wolfsritter have a room here?
You were told so.
Yeah. I would like to try to see if that's got like a keyhole on his door that I could perhaps peer through.
Okay. His is the last room at the end of the hall, and there are no lights on. It looks like it's dark in there. Yes, there is a keyhole, but it's dark on the other side.
Unfortunately, I've communed with the spirits a little too often in this day, so I suppose I'll call it a night.
All right.
what I'm doing.
Make me a luck check.
Well, that's terrifying. Let's see how this works for me. Oh, crap. 15
Missed
over
it.
14.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, it's too dark in there. While the keyhole is plenty large enough that you could take a peep, there's just not enough light in the background. You could smell that the fireplace has been banked for the night too. Maybe the person's gone to sleep. Maybe the room's empty. Hard to tell.
Yeah, I'll just retire to the rented room then.
Okay. You guys gonna do anything through the night? If not, we'll just go to morning.
I'm ready to skip to morning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll assume you did the usuals, perhaps set a watch. If not, it doesn't really matter. Nothing happens through the night. You sleep the night away. The beds are actually quite nice. The rooms are clean. Wash basin available there, so you can wash up. There's a little note for those of you that can read on the stand saying if you want to leave your clothing out in a hamper, it'll be freshly washed and brought to you in the morning.
Sounds like a fine plan there.
You put the piss boots out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I won't have to buy new ones.
Okay. Give me a luck check.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, yeah. No, they clean up just fine. Yeah, your clothing, if anybody left clothing out, it's all freshly cleaned and pressed in the morning, just waiting out there for
First
you.
time in a long time.
Nice little place to stay. Ivan, let me have you make just a fortitude check, please.
Okay. It's a 9.
Okay, you want to look that up or not?
Yeah, I'll look that up.
You just need a point, 10. So you did manage to get some sleep. You feel pretty good. A little exhausted, but otherwise just fine. Nothing, a little bit of coffee or warm milk can't help.
Fantastic. Yeah, when I wake up in the morning, is she still there? Is she
Nope,
sleeping? Is she
she's
there?
gone. Nah, she's
She's
gone.
gone.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Ivan, after waking up that morning, he would make the bed, tidy up everything, pick up.
The only thing left
I-
is a shotgun shell was left on the pillow across from you.
Oh, that's That's kind of sweet.
Ominous.
All right.
One of those.
I'm gonna keep the shotgun shell. I'm gonna tuck it into my waistband or whatever. Does she have a piece of paper or a pen or anything anywhere nearby?
Yeah, one of the things I described is she has a stationary set. It's like a really well-appointed apartment.
Fantastic. Ivan's not much of a writer, but he will take a piece of paper out, draw a little heart on it, and draw some little stabby knives stuck into it, and then fold it neatly and put it on the pillow where the shotgun shell was.
Mhm.
Oh.
And then I'll go across the street to meet up with everybody else. I'm hungry. I need some breakfast.
All right, so Ivan comes in a little bit after the rest of you guys wake up, and you've got your fresh clothes, and you're coming down. Breakfast is included in your stay, and you can smell eggs and bacon cooking. Ivan comes in, and he looks like he was just in a bar fight all night. He's got bruises and cuts, but he's got a very large smile on his face as he comes walking in.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of stretching and smiling, and I've never slept so well. I slept like the dead.
I'm glad you're
Are
not.
you married now? Is that how this
Almost.
works?
I think they are.
Oh, congratulations, Ivan. I'm so happy for you.
Ivan's done been wiped out.
I'll kneel down next to Scab and I'll just go, Scab, one day I will tell you all about how to court women. It's very confusing. I'm not exactly sure where in the process I am, but I feel good about it.
Okay, so long, could there be less shooting in the future? I don't know if I want to court women if there's this much shooting.
And I'll pat him on the back real hard and go, I have no idea.
Okay, so basically, the more a woman loves you, the more she shoots you. Is that what you're saying?
So far, I'm kind of 50-50 on this.
Or sometimes it's stabbing. Okay, so the more a woman stabs me, the more she loves me.
No, I don't think that's right.
The important part here, Scab, is now that Ivan and his lady friend are married, you'll need to call her Auntie Shotgun.
Okay. Well, tell Auntie Shotgun I said hello. And
I imagine I'm already face deep in some food.
Yes.
And trying to eat her brains.
Just big trays of bacon and just laid in front of your table. Some eggs are brought out and cooked different ways. Big fresh loaves of bread, water and beer and coffee are brought out. And just your table's just loaded down. Simple fare, but
Got everything you
rich and
need.
good stuff. Michelle and Mad Dog come in and they're dressed for the trail, and they sit down and they have breakfast themselves.
Thanks, sir.
Once I've had
up.
my fill of food and everything like that, I'll take a couple strips of bacon, and as I'm walking back towards the door, I'll stop over by Mad Dog and kind of hold him out a little bit. Ask Michelle, is it okay?
just snags it right out of your hands. Starts chewing.
Are we
Good
supposed
boy.
to- Are we supposed to
gives you
scratch
the
him behind
thumbs
the
up.
ears?
Did he snatch it with his hands?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm just going to try and scratch him behind the ears and see what happens.
No, he just growls a little bit.
You're a good boy. Maybe.
Gives you the thumbs up again.
I'm real confused,
I
Dad.
really don't like that person.
Yes, well, I'm just going to leave.
That's
I'm going to go. Actually, I'm going to see if a stagecoach is perhaps coming through town to see if Mr. Black is getting on board.
Yeah, actually, a couple of the other people that are here are getting the breakfast before they head on the stagecoach. So yeah, you can hear just some table talk. Stagecoach will be going through in about half hour, and they're all loading up, getting some food in beforehand, using the facilities, that sort of thing. It's a long haul for the next one, and yes, Xander is there.
Good. I just want to check and make sure he gets on safely.
He's got a small valise that he's got tucked under his arm. He's still really wary about everything, but he's shoveling eggs and bacon into his mouth.
All right.
Good.
I guess we just got one thing to do. Go get a body.
we do.
Indeed.
You folks ready then? you're gonna make sure that you get yourselves enough water. It's a long, hot ride. Make sure you get enough for your horses. I assume you all have horses.
Yeah. We got
We do?
horses.
Do we? Yes. I think so.
All right, then. Tips her hat at you. Let's get this show on the road. She
Okay.
puts her hand out to you. Chase or Chance.
All right. Well, we'll cash out here.
Okay. Yeah, she takes $200. She puts one in and she hands the other one to Mad Dog, who actually takes it, puts it in a billfold, puts it in his pocket.
Unexpected. Yeah.
Sophisticated.
Yeah.
I'll lean over to Jebediah and say, "Do you think he rides a horse?"
I
As you're
don't
mentioning
want to
this,
think about it.
you guys are casually mentioning this as you go out. As you notice outside, it's a fine Appaloosa, which she gets onto. It's a very fine looking horse. And the other one is an orange and white horse, and it's got a cat mask over the front of its eyes. And Mad Dog climbs aboard that one.
Man,
That's
so
interesting.
strange.
All right.
Hey, Ivan,
Does it look?
does that mean that horse is a luchador?
Never seen a luchador horse. This would
Because
be
if
new
it
to
is-
me.
Me, you, and the horse could make a trios team.
Oh.
I like where their head is at, Scab. Excellent thinking.
Does it look like the horse was painted?
No, it's just an
Okay.
orange and white horse. The only oddity is that it's wearing a mask that's got the feline whiskers on it.
Okay.
That's
And so is the beginning of Bad Horse. No.
Okay.
Yeah, she waits
I
for you
guess-
all to adjust and to fill up your canteens. Hopefully you guys got some. You're going to be riding
so.
out into the desert. So here we go. Yeah, just
Yeah.
follow along.
Yeah, we could always pick up a little extra water, materials from the general store if we need. So,
As you're all leaving,
Yep.
everybody make me a luck check.
all right.
Oh, I pass.
Okay, some of you passed. So as you were leaving, you noticed that Mr. Wolfsritter room has kind of like a balcony up there. And as you're mounting on your horses and you guys are heading out, those of you that made the luck check happen to just look back just in time to see that he's sitting there with the cigar in his mouth, leg kind of propped up on the railing, kind of watching you guys leave, smoking that big stogie.
Hello, Mr. Wolfie. We'll have your friend back soon.
He waves. He's
He
got the
seems
stogie
real
between
nice.
his finger.
Seems like a nice enough guy at the
Yeah.
moment.
For a guy who, hires murderers and runs the town.
Yeah, you know.
As we're all leaving town, you guys will notice that until I can no longer see it in the distance, I will be staring at her front door and just occasionally taking that shotgun shell and giving it a waft in front of my face.
Smells like cordite. Mm.
Hey, Ivan, your
Yes,
lady
Scab.
friend, she's real tall and strong and pretty. You're really lucky.
Thank you, Scab. That's a very nice thing for you to say. You know, the best women are always the strong ones.
Yeah, but somehow all the strong women I meet make me want to kill them.
Oh, that is always the way it goes.
Oh,
That is
You're
that
learning,
is the passion. That is the passion flowing through your veins, Scab.
I just don't know how to apply it yet.
I'm real happy for you. Sorry
So
about pulling her off a roof.
I've dropped kind of a picture here. So if you guys know what the term arroyo is, you've got these canyons with these large, deep trenches cut into them. And to scale, you guys are like, what are these little bitty things at the bottom here? It's it's very impressive. It takes most of the day to get out here, but it's not like she's pushing it. Like you could probably do it in half the time, but she's going at a nice leisurely pace. And you get to an area where there's a lot of twisting and turnings. And as she's going, she said, she's telling you that, it can be treacherous during rainstorms. These arroyos fill up very fast. None of you guys are from a desert environment in particular. So she's just kind of pointing out the hazards of rock slides and rock falls. There's a lot of places where you've got these blind turns where you're making this turn and then it's very sharp. You got to be very careful with your horses as you guys are kind of starting at the bottom of one of these stone pillar things, right? And you're starting to get your horses to go up a slope. I want all of you guys to give me a riding check, which means that's untrained if you don't have a reason to know how to ride a horse. Some of you may not.
I took it. What does riding fall under? Is that an agility test?
In this case, you can take it as agility, or you can take it as personality. In other words, you're trying to get your horse to do what it thinks is best.
I'll take it as agility, and I do have riding.
Okay.
So agility untrained. I could look it up if I need to.
Just looking for 10. So anybody that got less than a 10, it doesn't necessarily mean anything bad happens. I just want to see what's going on here. So you decide. So it looks like I've got a couple of failures. Just talk
The
down the
D10
list.
if you do it
I'll look mine up.
Nice, Jake.
Ooh, Killian got a boom. All
That's what I
right.
get for being an otherworldly cattle drover.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Just
I guess
D10 if
I
it's
should
untrained,
ask,
right?
since it's my gunslinger horse. Do I get any bonuses
Oh.
for that or not?
That
Oh,
seems
you don't
fair.
need to make the roll. No, if it's your horse, like you're named in special horse now, you don't even have to make the roll. The horse knows
Nice.
best. It picks its way
Okay.
through. Okay, so does anyone end up failing that?
Now look.
I just rolled it
we
as
need
like
to
a
hit.
straight agility roll. Is that okay?
No, you're going to do it at the D10 if you're not trained, is the thing. So
There's
you're not
like a
rolling
T
Oh, it's
and a
like-
U.
Yeah.
The U is the untrained.
Gotcha. Do you, if you're doing it like under agility or anything like that, do you do it as like do you just add your bonus modifier or
Yeah,
something?
just add
or
your
is it-
bonus to it. It's
okay.
basically a D10 plus your bonus in agility or personality.
Ooh, wow, Killian.
It's a 2.
Ivan has picked the perfect match of a horse for him, who also has no sense. No.
Yeah, but I've got a 3.
What did you roll? Did you roll agility or did you roll personality?
I just clicked to roll like an agility check.
Okay, so it is you trying to do it, and perhaps that's where you went wrong. The horse
Gotcha.
wants to do something else, and you're trying to force it up this particular really steep embankment, and so you lose control of it for a little bit, and that causes basically you're in the middle, and the horse is trying to turn around and go back down because you're just not leading it strongly enough. You're not keeping it together because you don't know a lot about horses. Unfortunately, you're in the middle. So this causes just a cluster for a minute as everyone just kind of gets slowed down by your horse getting frightened, getting spooked until it's finally calmed down. Did anyone else fail?
Yep.
By how much? What did you roll?
3.
A 3. Okay, same thing. And did you roll agility or did you let the horse take the lead?
I did personality.
You did personality. Okay, so yeah, the horse spooks as well. So you two are kind of causing a jam. By the time you clear the jam, you continue up and you're able to get over this top rise so that you're now on the top of the plateau. And from here, we're told, where to head. You can't miss it. He's hanging on a gibbet. And you turn around to ask for more specific directions. She's gone. Her and Mad Dog gone. On one of those blind turns, they just didn't follow. You guys got hung up and they just didn't follow.
Right?
We've been abandoned.
Well,
Now you were told once you got here, where you would have to go, and getting here was the hard part. And if she wasn't lying to you, this should be purgatory. You just got to go further up.
I guess we'll continue.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to know who's in the lead. These are very narrow trails up here, and you're on quite high up. And I don't think anyone has a problem with heights. I don't think anyone's rolled that as any kind of background malady. No. Okay. So,
No.
but I need to know kind of how you're strung out. So it's only wide enough for one horse at a time. So who's in the front? Who's in the middle? Who's at the end? I just really need to know who's the front and who's in the back.
I
Just
mean,
in case
probably,
this goes bad, I want to go up front unless somebody else says otherwise.
I'd say it might make sense for me to be in the front just because I have the best horse handling. But
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Does
so
that mean
Chance in
I
the
should
front.
I
be
think
at
I'm
the
in the middle
back?
somewhere.
Yeah, I'll be in the
'cause
middle.
I think I'm in the middle because I was holding up people.
it might make
Yeah.
sense for you to be in the back in case you need to muscle up on something.
That's right. I'll clinch. I'll be the clincher.
So Scab's taking up rear and Chance is in the front. Okay, who has the lowest current luck?
I've got an 11.
It's lower than
Anyone
mine.
else?
A lot lower than me.
Yeah, it's
All
way lower
right.
than mine.
It's a group luck check then with Chuck. It's the person with the
Uh-huh.
lowest luck. So roll luck, Chuck.
I got an 11.
Well,
Okay. You don't know how you were alerted to it. It might have just been a glint in the sky. You're passing through this area where the trail has become just a minuscule lane. You're just getting your horse to barely move itself forward. There's a big drop off to your right. To your left is another tall mesa, and something just wasn't right. You're passing by. Maybe you caught a glint of metal. You're not sure what. But that luck check means you're not surprised. So everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh.
And just let me know when everybody has got their
Oh.
rolls in.
It's a terrible initiative for me.
Well, I rolled less than everyone else, I think.
I think I.
oh, you rolled
Below
better than
that.
me.
Chance, I don't think yours updated.
Mine didn't
I'm at a
update.
6 now.
Yeah, make sure your number got in the turn order.
Yeah, I just typed it in.
Yep.
You did roll better than me.
Okay, so everybody got them in. So
I think so.
Chance and Pierce. I'm going to let Pierce take it first because Pierce is the one that kind of
Yeah.
wised up. Oh, I'm sorry. Did somebody else get higher than 11?
Nope, I was gonna tell you the same thing.
So, Pierce, something's not right. Up higher on the left, you caught the glint of something. Something's
Yeah.
shown up there for just a moment. And I'll also give you this: since you're passing under it, and you pause for a moment, trying to figure out what's just making things not seem right to you. You're hearing something that sounds like a metal being cranked.
Metal being cranked.
Yeah, like a gear that's being ratcheted.
Okay. I am not sure what that is. Hearing the cranking, it makes me worry that it may be some old style, chain gun, kind of machine gun thing. So I am just going to give us cover by casting Obscuring Mist. I'll yell out a warning.
Smart.
Something's up there. Listen, Obscuring Mist.
Okay.
And I will lock this up if I have to, but I'm not going to put any spell burn on it. 17.
Oh, everybody got enough sleep that all your personality, if you burned it as points, is back. By the way, you got a full night's sleep.
Okay, so this is going to be, what level are we? 6. 80 feet. Summons forth a volume of mist equal to 20 plus 10 per caster level. So 80 feet, all within, suffer -4 on ranged attacks or skill rules requiring sight. And it lasts for 1d10 plus 6 rounds.
Okay, so when you say all within, so did you just cast it up so that it's above you, basically?
Yeah, it's, I don't know where they're at.
Yeah, you don't have a target, but you can just cast it up. It's just a point that you can see.
Yeah.
So you can just
Okay.
cast it, and 80 feet is enough that you won't completely cover the whole trail before the next bend, but it's most of it.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm going to do that, and I'll put
Okay.
it just above us. That way we're underneath cloud level.
Sure. And that's a -4 to anyone trying to attack you, right?
Yeah, that is a -4.
We'll count as if they're in it.
Okay. So everyone, when this is cast, would hear the sound of like silvery chimes, and then arcane winds blow, causing the... Oh, I get to cast that up a die size, but that's all right. And if there's any windows within 100 feet, they all shatter.
Anybody wearing glasses? All right, no, everything's good. So again, just to describe this, you're basically on a path. It's not big enough for your horse to turn around.
Yeah.
You've got a deep drop off to your right. The only way for you to go, barring magic, is straight ahead.
Yeah.
So you've
Yeah,
cast.
we don't have that
and
kind of
you can't
magic.
move once you've cast. So that's your turn.
Yep.
Chance, what are you doing?
I guess I'll try and lead us through.
You were in the
And-
lead, so yeah, you can
Yep.
go forward. Okay.
And see what our next danger might be.
Give me a riding check. Your horse is spooked. There's these dark clouds rolling above it. Actually, no, you don't have to do anything. You're
Oh,
fine.
okay,
I'm
good.
sorry. So
Thank
you
God.
continue forward. So you get to the end of his 80 feet, and there's like another 20 feet before you have to turn. So I'm assuming you're carefully moving your horse, or are you trying to go at speed?
No, I'm not rushing this.
Okay. So then you break out of his obscuring mist just right before you go around the corner. You don't know how safe you are now or not, but you are far enough ahead that you've given some room for the next people, which leads us to Ivan. What are you doing, Ivan?
Yeah, I'm just focused on trying to keep my horse calm because that didn't go so well already.
Okay. So you just
I'm
gonna
way too
move
focused.
forward with the line then.
Yep, I'm just moving forward. I'm so focused on my horse at this point, I'm not paying attention to much of anything else.
Okay. So on 7, the Gatling gun winds up and starts just hail of lead all across the path that you guys are on below you. So since Chance broke cover, they're going to start with Chance and they're going to walk it down the trail. So unfortunately, Chance is not going to get any of the cover here. All right. So the first 5 rounds are without any. Hold on, I gotta reshuffle my deck.
Gonna get annihilated here.
Shuffle. Okay. So my first card draw is king. Right.
Oh, jeez.
What do I do with this?
+3, I think, isn't it?
It says mine's a -4 that I add on it.
Yeah, but I don't get the bonus because I moved first.
Oh no.
Right. So that first 5 rounds go off. This is there to hit. What is your AC there, Chance?
It is 18, so fortunately I should be all right.
Yeah, there's a bunch of lead that just starts at the back end of your horse. Like, so I'm going to say with that miss is because you're almost around the corner. They just don't have a great line of sight on you, but it starts at the back end of your horse and just starts walking towards that cloud. So the next one up in that line is going to be probably Pierce. Now they have a -1 for the next set of 5 rounds that go off. And here's the draw for it. It's a good draw. No pluses, so they're going to be at evens. They have a +4 to hit.
Oh my god.
That's not
Ow.
good. That's not good.
No.
That's a crit. That's a crit.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the machine gun table. Okay.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Sorry.
Oh.
Give me just a second. Artillery critical hit. And all of you are hearing that kind of the whine as the the crank's being moved on that machine gun, and as all this lead starts flying out. All right, here we go. So first of all, all right, it's 2 of these. Well, you only take 13 points of damage from it, but
Okay.
unfortunately, there's the crit. What is your current luck, plus or minus the bonus?
It's flat.
It's flat.
Yeah.
Why don't you roll a d8?
All right. 2.
2. Actually, nope. I'm sorry. We're not going to use that. That's more for like mortars and cannons. So this is just a regular. Okay, just roll another d4. Okay, and then make me a luck check, please.
All right.
That's how many limbs you
A 1.
lose.
You make okay. So,
Ooh.
all right, Chuck, I'll give you the choice because that was such a good roll. If you made the luck check, I was going to say actually, the bullets miss you and just kill your horse, and so you would take 0 damage, but your horse is dead. Or you can take the damage instead of your horse.
Oh, the horse is going down.
Yeah, your horse is reduced to a meat pie beneath you.
Okay. So did I take that 13 damage?
You didn't take your horse. It just obliterated your horse beneath you.
I can handle that. I can handle
Scab, clean up on the trail.
20 straight up, and I'm just going to go down. Killian, you're fine. Ooh, Jebediah, you're up next. 2. You're fine. Oh, Joker.
Are those
That's
good
an
or bad for
automatic
guns?
critical hit. That's the red Joker.
Oh god.
All right, so it's a possible between Scabs and who was at the end? No, Scab was at the end. So the only other
Scab was
possible
the rear.
person is our luchador. All right, I'm just going to
Yep.
do even odd. It's going to do even odd. Odd is going to be Jebediah. It's Jebediah. Automatic critical. Okay, so sorry, Jebediah. Only 10 points of damage, but it is a crit.
Okay.
Mm.
Ow.
All right. What is your current luck, positive or negative bonus?
+3.
+3?
Positive.
That's not bad. All right. Why don't you roll a d20 for me? Tell me what you roll.
9.
Okay. And you got a plus what luck?
3.
1, 2, 3. Oh, so you catch a round to the skull. Roll a d8.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh,
That's rough.
So 5 more
5.
points of damage. Make a fortitude
Oh.
test.
oh God.
DC
Oh,
12.
God.
Okay.
Oh, you're good.
Crit.
So you're rattled a little bit. You're fine.
what is
fine.
happening?
It's just
What is
a
your
graze
skull
on the
made
skull.
of?
All right.
Skull is made of
then
rubber and magic.
The last round is good. No bonuses, but they are now at a -3.
So how much damage was that total then?
Oh my gosh.
Oh
It is all
no.
over, man. Like,
It's
Oh,
that's
just
Scab.
nothing but crits.
Okay.
How much damage did I take total from that?
Not much. Hold on a second. It's going to be 9, 10, 9, 10, 15? 15.
15? Okay.
Yep.
I got 19
Scabs.
health.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nat 20, so it definitely hits. You're going to take 2d14. Oh my gosh.
Oh, geez.
Oh God.
Whew. Can you take 22 points?
Let's see. So I've got 76. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're hit by
Good
just
God.
probably because you're the last one in the cloud, and so that's the reach of the barrels. They just pump the last of the ammo into you there. Do you have a positive or a negative luck right now?
+3.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d20 then.
Oh God.
You're like, hey, I got to replace those bits now.
All right, so that was with a +3. That brings it up to just a 1. It just grazed your wrists. You drop anything you were holding. That's it.
I was probably holding the reins on my horse.
Yeah. Ooh, good point. Okay. So you're up next, and let's have you do a riding check as you lose the reins on your horse. Your horse is free.
That's honestly, I honestly will willingly let them go because the first person they shot was my dad,
Yes.
which means Dad, you take my horse. And I
So
just
you
go.
just leap off the horse. And you let
I
the
go wraith for him, and I that way, if I go wraith for him, I could just do a beeline straight up towards
All right.
him.
But if you're leaving your horse uncontrolled and you're in the rear and it can't turn around, make me a luck check before you do that.
That's fair. Scab's not super smart. That's just what he would do. Okay, get down to luck check, and
You make it.
Oh yeah.
Your horse does not go over the side, throwing itself to its death over the canyon side of the canyon. It just freaks out and is trying to push its way forward. So Scab, you're going to go mist form and you're going to go up to see what you can do. Okay, so that's movement. So what I'm going to say is, yeah, you see the machine gun nest up there. There's 3 men. There's one person aiming it, and there's 2 other people feeding the belt and getting the new belt of ammo going. They kind of got sandbags making this little nest around them, so they just got enough room for that barrel to come through and to be able to elevate a little bit. So that's what you see. What do you want to do?
get up there. Oh man, I'm really torn. I can only have one aspect going at a time. So if I did my other thing, I would lose it and fall down. So I shouldn't do that. So I guess I go for the one who's aiming it.
Okay. You're just going to attack him?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So mist form, you just kind of ooze through those sandbags and just get right on him. Go ahead and make your attack.
Oh, I have 2 action dice now. I forgot about that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go for that guy first.
That's not going to do it.
I can. How much would it take to look it up?
You need 4 points to hit him.
I'll spend it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so 6 points of damage. Okay. That hurts him. Doesn't put him down. Does
Okay.
hurt him, though.
I do have a secondary action now.
Mhm.
Let's see if that hits. Yes.
That hits. 8 more points of damage puts him down. Okay, there's 2 more folks in there. Jebediah, you're up.
There's this mist. I can't see where they're at.
You cannot. No. Well, I
So
mean,
I-
you they're hidden, and you would have a -4. So I'm going to say no. You can't. No line of sight.
Okay. Yeah. So, and then with all the shooting and the spooking and being shot, I'm going to hop off my horse. So I'm like in between the wall and my horse, and I'm going to walk the horse and have that as like a shield. And
Oh, that's smart. Yeah. So I tell you what, if you go ahead and give me a riding check. So if you
Okay.
have horsemanship, do it a D20. If
I do
not, a
not.
D10. Okay, that's fine.
D6. Do I-
What
okay.
you did was smart. You're leading it by the reins. You're not on it. I'll take that. So you breach the outside of the cloud. You see chances just ahead of you rounding the corner there. So unfortunately, this does mean that you're out in the open for just a moment. But if you take your full turn, you can finish it.
Yeah, I want to throw all my action
Yeah.
dice to get in around the corner.
Okay, so then you make that turn and you're out of harm's way, bringing us to Killian.
I believe that I too will make good on my escape.
Are you going to stay on horseback or are you going to lead it out?
I'll stay on horseback.
Okay, make me a riding check.
Oh, I'll throw 3 luck at that.
Good enough. It's spooked. It's
Nice.
maybe moving forward a bit faster than you'd like on this very, very thin amount of ground. But it clears you round the corner too. So you are out of harm's way. Bringing us to Chance.
Do we need to do a new initiative or?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're at new initiative now. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, we're back at the top again.
Yeah, we all rolled so low.
Oh
save
my
11.
gosh. Again, I rolled horribly.
Hey, look at that. 2 nat
I rolled
20s.
the exact same thing again.
Wow.
We're doing good.
Okay, let me know when everyone's got their numbers and the initiative.
I'm good. I think everyone else is.
Good.
Yep.
All right, Chance. Now you've rounded the side. The trail actually widens out here and it starts to incline a bit, but you are past definitely being able to see them, but you're also safe as far as you know at this point. You see ahead of you that there's a span where the rock has crumbled, the trail is just kind of fallen, but it looks like there's an old miner's bridge that's been inserted into the cliff face, and it's got a wooden it's maybe a 15-foot span that's been put to cover up that hole in the road.
Okay, I guess we'll approach it and just kind of keep an eye out for now.
Make me a luck check.
We're good.
Okay. So you bring it looks sturdy, the bridge looks sturdy, but just before you're able to put your horse onto it, you do note though, and you don't know why it comes to mind, you've become better at keeping your ass alive. You notice though that every few timbers that cross this thing, some of them look like they're oak, but then some of them look like they're another wood, like birch, something a little bit lighter.
We got to be really selective about our weight distribution here.
All you know is that it's all made of the same kind of wood.
I don't know if my prospecting would help me know anything about that for shoring
Prospecting,
up
sure.
things.
The oak timbers are original. You kind of look down, you look at the bracing, it's all made out of oak. It's the lighter wood, the birch wood, that looks like it's a new addition.
Okay. Like, would it hold our weight if we go across it one at a time?
I mean, that's good solid oak. I mean, you're looking down. I mean, this was designed to hold ore carts, so you think it would be fine?
All right, I guess we'll cautiously proceed.
Okay, you doing anything special, or you just go across?
All right, just trying to line up with where the yoke is. That's
Okay, so you want to avoid the
possible
birch.
thing.
Yeah, you've got a trained horse. You cross without any problem at all. You're on the other side, and this is sloping up, so you're going up to the top of the mesa. You want to just keep going?
I'll probably wait here so I can try and guide the rest of everyone across when we get there.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'll probably meet Scab at the top eventually.
Could be. Killian, you're up next. You also successfully rounded the corner, so you're safe. You just watched Chance pass this bridge after pausing for a moment and going forward.
I think I'll be a gentleman and I'll stop from crossing the bridge until I'm sure everybody else is able to.
Okay, so you're going to stop and wait?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Pierce,
Yeah,
you're still in it.
I'm still in it. Are there?
Yeah, wait, no, you did round the corner as well, didn't you?
Well, I was starting to, and then my horse got pulped.
Right. So yeah, you are still in it. You haven't made that safe dash yet to get around
There's
the
a
corner.
new horse waiting right down
Yeah,
there for you. It's almost like your son left you one.
That's exactly what I was going to go for. I'm going to go hop on that other horse.
Okay.
And then to use my actions to get out and around that corner.
Okay. Just make me a ride check.
Sure.
New horse. It's already freaked out.
Yeah.
It's not difficult. I just want to see the ones. We'll call that good.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we'll call that good. It's still scared, but it wants to get out of where
Sure.
it is. So it goes forward. So again, you see this pile up here. Killian's waiting in front of this bridge. You see Chance on the other end, and he seems to be, kind of looking out, scouting for you guys. Jebediah, you're next.
All right.
You did get to safety.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I'm going to continue to lead my horse on foot
Okay.
across this bridge, and I'm going to use my rifle I'm gonna kind of like thwack at its legs if it tries to step on the weaker logs or
Okay.
weaker planks.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that like you do that, and the rifle butt hits one of those birch logs. So yeah, indeed, the birch logs are set there as a trap. Like it's really weak, it's dry rotted. So when you hit it with the butt of your rifle, it actually cracks and splinters and falls down
Oh, okay.
the ravine. But it just leaves a gap. It's big enough that a horse's leg would go through it and probably lame your horse, probably throw you as well. But you make it across.
Okay. I guess as I'm doing that, I'll just, if I see the first one I hit breaks, then I'll just be breaking all of them as I go across to
All right, yeah, that's
not
fair.
even give people the chance to step on them.
Scab.
I mean, I'm up here. I shot the man that shot my daddy, or shot my daddy's horse. Now, I know there's two more. Whichever one of them is closer to the place where would let them shoot more, I smack him first.
Go ahead. Yeah, he was holding the ammo belt. Oh, yeah, that definitely hits. All right. You just hurt this guy horribly, but he doesn't go down. He's a little tougher than that. So he's looking in terror at this cloud that's coming after him, probably claws spreading out from it, raking him.
You
got
put
another
your
attack?
hands over your head, or I hit you again. You put your hands on your head, though, I hit your friend instead.
You gonna wait for his action to find out what he does?
I just like I do a knee-jerk reaction. I'll hit the other one too.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'll put my other action into the second guy. Not the smartest choice, but that's what I'll do.
Oh, yeah, that's a miss. That's a miss, and you rolled a 1. Okay, that's going to bring us to Ivan then.
I guess I'm still in the mix, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
All right. I think it would be wiser for me to be how far past the mist that Pierce cast is it to the corner?
You were in the middle, so 40, let's say 60 feet.
60 feet? Okay. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and activate Bounding Leap.
Okay.
I'm going to dismount my horse and activate Bounding Leap. And what I may do is just get a running start, try and run the first half of that, and then use my Bounding Leap as my action to jump the other half of it directly out of the cloud of cover to the corner.
Okay, yeah.
Because if I remember right, I think it's like 20 feet from the edge of ours.
I'll tell you what,
corner.
though, if I remember right, with the Bounding Leap, you can make an attack at the end, and if you make a roll that it's successful, I want you to do that. But it's because where you're landing is like barely 2 feet. To land
God, yeah.
So make that roll. If you succeed, no worries. If you miss it, we'll have some fun.
All righty. So just an attack roll?
Look at your Bounding Leap. What do you have to roll to make a successful attack at the end of it?
The attacks with attacks made are at a -2, but damage is +1d.
Okay.
20% chance per level knocking target. Okay, so it sounds like it's at a -2.
The -2 attack.
And I've got a +3 on strength. So basically it'll wash out to like a +1.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So make a successful attack on this 2 feet worth of landing spot you got.
Okay, so that'll be a 13 and an 18 if you add my leech die.
Not a problem. So you land safely.
Okay.
And you're able to round the corner just fine as well.
Sweet.
Bringing us to the men. One of them who's badly wounded, he drops the ammo belt and kind of swears at you and does a quick draw with 2 of his pistols and just tries to shoot you several times. Luckily for you, I've got to use the same deck. So here we go. First shot is good, but is going to miss. Second shot is -1 and is a good. What's your AC right now?
Is that it, Scab?
Yep.
Let's see. We don't have the brand up right now, right?
No.
Right.
17.
Hit it exactly. Okay.
Does it matter if you're in your mist form?
Oh, that's a good point.
You have
Is
something
it a
special?
magical attack?
It is not. So it just passes through you. He hits you. It just passes through you.
But yeah, it disperses me enough that it messes with me trying to do my own action.
Yeah. The second guy freaks out though. You see he's got he pulls out rosary beads. He starts fingering it, but as he's doing it, he pulls out a stick of dynamite. He's like, "I take you with me, demon!" Slaps a match on it and runs towards you like he's going to embrace you with a stick of dynamite in his hand.
Oh boy, this will end poorly.
I'm really glad I'm immune to non-magical attacks. Oh God. Oh, I'm so happy I'm immune to that.
Everybody
I'm
hears an
next.
explosion high up in the canyons.
I guess that's one way to kill 3 people on a cliffside.
Yeah.
It's raining, man.
Then
I tried to give you a chance to surrender. Oh God.
You're just floating there because the canyon top where they were hidden is gone. It's just all collapsed.
Hallelujah.
They're buried
it's
under a
raining
ton of
men.
rock.
It takes me a full round to pull my corporeal essence back into a single area.
I'll call
Oh,
out.
God.
Good shot to Jebediah. You got him.
Everyone was off the trail at this point, I believe. So
Yes, thank
you're all
goodness.
good because there's a massive rock slide that just tears the trail up beyond you. So there's no going back in that direction.
Wasn't me
Yeah.
this time.
Well, we got a nice funeral for Meat Horse, I guess.
Here's a question. Did he get far enough away to not take the other guy with him?
Oh no, they're dead. They're gone.
They're both gone. Okay.
They're
All
gone.
3 of them.
Yeah.
I'm
Haste.
still happy I was missed form.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that would have been real bad.
Yeah.
And it's not magic dynamite.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll move it
+1
along.
dynamite
You
of
guys
smiting.
You guys cross the bridge after Jebediah has pointed out where the weak wood is, and everybody crosses just fine. Eventually, Scab's able to get his corporeal essences back together and is able to come back. Ahead of you, Chance, you're taking the lead. You see that there's some structures up ahead. It looks like someone has got there's a fenced off section where maybe they were keeping some animals up here at one point. It's a little bit ahead of you, but that's what you're seeing. You don't see any animals, and there is a little lean-to shack there, but there's no one outside that you can tell.
Well, normally I would pull out my scope and take a look, but I assume it's broken now, so...
Okay.
Oh.
Make me a luck check.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
You have
I
to
wasn't
adjust it a
sure.
little bit. Yeah, you're probably going to have to take some time with your gun to get it back in.
Well, I don't keep it on my gun.
Okay.
Since
As a
there
scope,
was
it
some,
works fine.
yeah, if I recall correctly, there was some mechanical disadvantages to having the scope on it for what I mostly use as a pistol.
Okay.
So I
yeah.
use it just as a free hand for the most part.
It's an old corral. You think that maybe it was here to keep the horses in, or maybe they were keeping some goats up here or something at one time, but it's in bad shape. A lot of the boards are broken down. The little shanty lean-to is basically as big as an outhouse. It's not very large at all. You don't see any signs of movement, but the door is closed. And you don't see horses. You don't see any other signs of life out there.
Well, I guess we can start there.
I think so, yeah.
Definitely probably want to keep an eye out because I assume we're probably kind of in the open.
We
Nothing
see,
quite like going to the obvious place.
The road hasn't forked or anything.
No,
This
it's a
time,
straight
right?
shot. It's just really over odd terrain that kind of dips and winds its way over these canyon tops.
we see any sort of like tracks of the people that were leading us ahead of us?
Well, no, they were actually behind you, and then they just didn't follow you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, like they got us here and they turned around and went back,
Yep.
okay.
presumably.
Mhm. If you've got a
Okay,
tracking skill, though, you can make me a roll to see if anything recent has been through here.
I have sight surveying. But not particularly
Chase or Chance,
tracking.
don't you have tracking?
I should, yeah. So let me go ahead and
Anyone can
And-
give me a D10 roll, but if you actually have the skill of tracking, you can roll the D20.
would it be
I think it's one of your
Agility?
trails. I think it's one of your trail skills.
yeah, I
And it's
don't have
probably
it on my
intelligence based.
yeah, let me see, because I think that's just a feature of the class, isn't it?
Yeah. You just got a combination of different trail skills. That would be
Yeah.
one of them. So yeah, just make a D20 roll, throw your intelligence modifier onto it.
Eh,
Nope.
yeah.
Well, Killian got a 10 though. That's good enough to Killian. There has been some traffic through here recently. You can see some disturbances here and there, like a freshly shod horse move through, probably within the last 6 to 12 hours. Looks like maybe 2 or 3 horses.
Guess the question then is, which way did they go?
Exactly.
Forward. Yeah.
Well then.
With a 10, you're not sure if there's any, you can't tell for sure if there's any trail coming back. All you know for sure is that within the last 6 to 10 hours, at least 2 horses came through this way.
I'll point out the tracks and I'll note that the hoof prints seem to be continuing on in this direction rather than going back.
Well,
Okay.
let's go.
Okay. You guys are coming up onto that corral and that, we'll call it an outhouse.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do anything special as you pass it by? You don't know if there's someone in there or not. I mean, if they are, I mean, it's literally the size of an outhouse. It's very small.
I'll look at the others and I'll ask very quietly, do we shoot that?
I don't think so.
Seems rude if it's an outhouse.
You know, we could
I'll
just
go over to it and see if someone's inside.
All right, you go over to it, throw it open. No, but it is an outhouse. It's exactly what it is. The flies and the smell just.
Housekeeping.
Killian, please make me a personality check, please.
Alrighty. 15.
There's something not at rest in that corral. There's something angry in there, and you're thinking it's probably an animal. The intelligence level isn't there, but there's something angry bound in there.
If anybody needs to go, I would check that outhouse for snakes first.
I will hold off then.
All things considered, could just be on the outhouse on the outside.
So just so I'm clear there, Jake. So that impression you're getting is from the corral, not from the crapper.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, luckily we don't really need to use that either, I don't think.
even so, still, snakes can hide in warm, stinky places.
Beware the toilet snake.
There's
yes.
a snake in my poop.
Oh no.
The original Roto-Rooter.
Oh,
I'll point out the corral and I'll say, yeah. And of course, just because there might be snakes in the outhouse, there might be a few over there as well.
Okay. Well, all the
it's
more
just,
reason just for us to move on.
I'll cautiously retreat
I guess
back.
the thing I'm trying to put forward here is there could be snakes everywhere.
Isn't that just life?
Yes.
there's snakes on this plane. High plane.
You're saying there's snakes everywhere, Daddy?
Yeah, I mean, there's a possibility. They could be anywhere at any time. It's
Danger noodles everywhere.
constant vigilance.
Yeah.
Remember that time we went into the flooded mansion and then there were snakes there?
Yeah, I
That was
do.
unexpected.
Suddenly, snakes.
Mm-hmm.
You're so
Yeah.
right. Seriously, I need to be smacking the ground all the time.
I don't know if that's necessary. Just pay attention.
Is the path still
Yeah.
pretty narrow where we're at?
Nope, it is quite spacious now. There's actually some grass that's managed to grow up through the very
Okay.
sandy soil that's here. You're now safely on the top of the canyons, so it's a
Okay.
mighty drop off to the sides, but there's plenty of room up here now.
Great.
Okay.
I
So if you
guess
just continue
we'll
on,
Continue on. Yeah.
you can spread out now. You don't have to begin in particular order or anything. And you're coming up on what must have been like a very small town at one time, like a shanty town, like lean-to structures, but they've all been laid flat. Like every structure has just been blown over, torn apart. It looks like a tornado came through here, just thrown to the skies. Nothing is standing anymore. There's just planks and wood and sod just everywhere.
Okay.
All right.
Do we see
Does
the
our-
gallows or whatever that?
Well,
he
now
would
that
be
you're saying
hanging
it,
from?
you do see at the rise above you, it looks like there's a gallows set up in the distance. It looks like there's something swinging from it still.
Well, let's give it a look. See.
Yeah, there's a badly decomposed body that's been strung up, and the string is not necessarily just around the throat because it would have rotted and fallen off by now. It's actually attached to the leather jacket under the arms, kind of just holding it swaying there. You can see just a miasma of flies just buzzing around it. It's just swinging in the breeze. There's like a very large, old, gnarled tree that they've just thrown a rope over and just an impromptu gallows, and that's what it's swinging from. You don't see anyone else around.
Okay. Well, our goal was really to not mess with too much business here. So, is it something that looks like we can get to and just get on out
Right
of
up
here
to that
pretty
tree.
easy?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I would
I
imagine.
feel like this is too easy.
Yeah, I agree. Something is.
I
afoot.
mean, we did destroy the
There's-
side of a plateau, so
And they were guarding something with a machine gun, so
Do we see? Is there anywhere that people could be like hiding behind? Like all the buildings.
All the buildings are completely leveled to the ground. I mean, somebody could have made like a foxhole and could be laying in wait beneath that,
Mhm.
but there's nothing else that you can think of. Now, the trail doesn't stop at this tree and gallows. It continues on further. Just your goal is that gallows.
It is right there. Now, this might be, pushing my luck here a little bit, but I do still have in my inventory the scales. Do those still work? No.
The initial bonus you got from whoever found it is permanent, but the extra thing it doesn't work anymore.
That doesn't detect people on the path of the damned anymore.
Yeah. Oh no, that was the bonus thing it gave. So yeah, and it's not detecting anybody around you. Actually, is anybody on the path of the damned in your party right now? I don't think so. I think
so, no.
everybody's clean. So no, it's not detecting anyone near you.
All right. Well, that's encouraging.
So
Yeah,
You pull out the
not-
balance and you're waiting to see if the one side dips or not as you're moving it around, and nothing.
these structures that are all laid down, does it kind of look reminiscent of like how that big storm came through when we?
It looks like a mighty storm went right through
that's
here.
kind of what I was wondering
Okay.
too. So I guess, cautiously, we'll just head up and get our prize and get out of here.
In case it is somehow trapped or worse or cursed or hexed, maybe shoot the rope if you have a keen enough hand for it.
Yeah.
I kind of want
I
to
think-
cut wide so we don't go through the town.
Okay, no, that's fine. You can go around all the debris. It's probably better anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
broken glass and everything else in there.
Yeah.
So you guys ride up to, you get a better view of the tree, and you see this desiccated, blackened, mostly skeletal. I mean, there's a little bits of flesh still here and there, and the hair is still there, but it's pretty much rotted and desiccated now. Flies, and there's larvae kind of bubbling out of its mouth, the maggots as the flies are putting its spawn in there.
We should have brought like a tarp or something, shouldn't we?
Body bags. Everyone needs to have body bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably got
duly
some.
noted.
Probably got some blankets or something we can wrap it up in.
Yeah.
I mean, shooting that rope doesn't sound like a bad idea.
I agree.
Yeah.
How high up is it?
It's about he's got about 4 feet of air dangling underneath him. So it's probably about 10 feet off the ground.
Hmm.
Somebody
Okay.
just threw a noose over a low limb and just strung him up from it.
All right. Well, everybody keep an eye out.
Yep.
Got this, Dan.
You don't need to make a roll, Dan, but just draw a card for me.
That's dangerous.
His dead rifle blows up in his hand.
Yeah.
It's a 7. We're good.
You're okay.
Oh,
You take aim, you take careful aim, and
that scared me.
you guys
Like
hear
if
the
anything-
crack of his rifle, and almost immediately there's a resounding crack and roll of thunder in the sky, almost to coincide with that gunshot as the body drops to the ground. And you're not sure at first that was just your imagination. Maybe it was just his gunshot. Yeah, it was just his gunshot. And then you guys hear rumble as the skies start to darken.
Oh boy.
I fear we may be doing.
Some shade from the harsh sun. Excellent.
Is there
We're at a
anything
positive
past this
outlook.
tree that we can see?
Yeah, the trail continues on past it.
I mean, we've got to
Do we
go
wanna-
forward. We can't go back.
Well,
Yeah.
we can go back, right? Isn't that the plan?
No, the
No.
rock slide destroyed that narrow path that you had to use.
Yeah,
to
we've
go
got to
back.
find another.
Yeah, find another
Have to
way.
go back down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ah, good job. All right. Well, let's
Let's hightail it.
Hightail it.
You guys
wrap
get on
'em
your
up
horses. Who's got the body, and what do you do with the
Oh.
body?
I'll grab the body and put it up into a fireman's carry.
Okay,
And I'll do my best little run that I can.
it's dried out enough that it's not wet anymore. It's just mostly dried bits of flesh stuck to bone at this point.
Jerky.
You're not exactly sure what's holding it all together, but it seems to be holding together all right. You guys get on the horses that you can. One of you is horseless. Actually, 2 of you are horseless, aren't you?
I'm horses.
No,
I
one,
am
just one.
on
Yeah.
Scab's horse. And actually, Scab, why
Well-
don't you ride with me and we can
So I
give-
got off my horse on the trail to
You're
take
fine.
that leap to the edge. I'm
Yeah.
guessing that my horse was still back on the trail when the
No,
plateau
it would have
collapsed.
it would have came across when all the rest of you came across.
Okay,
it would,
okay,
it would
so it
not
came
have
with
stayed
me.
on its own. So
It
you're just
followed.
down. You're down a horse.
Yeah.
I think that horse's name was Hamburger, and it lived up to its name.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Let's throw the body on Chance's horse and you ride with me,
Yeah.
Scab. Because Chance, you're the
Okay.
best rider out of all of us.
That's a good point, Dad. You're so smart.
Every now and
As
then.
you guys follow the trail that still exists here, you notice the trail descending. It's going back down into the canyons, which is good because you have to get to ground level to get out of here. The canyon tops don't like connect to further land. You know, just imagine these pillars of earth coming out of the ground. So you've got to get back down. And it looks like the trail is going that way. Just as icy cold rain starts to fall from the sky above you, as the storm clouds begin to continue to build, thunder and lightning crackling above you. The rain is coming down almost torrentially now. It's cold. Yeah. It's like it's almost like hail. It's so cold. As you guys are rushing forward during all of this, you reach the bottom. This thing, it hugs the side of the canyon walls until it gets to the bottom of the arroyo. So you're down here now, and a little surprised as the first horse that hits the bottom, you notice that the rain has already filled up the arroyo enough that the horse's hooves are covered by a thin amount of water.
Crap. We were warned about this.
Yep. Is this a ride hard and get through, or go back and wait it out?
You're at the bottom now, so you can get back to town by going back in the opposite direction. Now that you're at the ground level, or you can go out the opposite end. You don't know where it ends up, but
Hold on a second. I will ride up beside Chance and I'll put my hand on the stinky, decayed corpse, and I'll attempt to have a grim conversation with it.
Nice.
Oh, there we go.
Smart.
it doesn't work because its spirit isn't there.
Oh crap!
Oh no!
Something's real bad wrong.
All right. Well, do we ride it hard and
I think its
fast?
spirit's up there somewhere.
I mean, last time you saw his spirit, it was being dragged behind that ghostly conga line in the sky.
Well,
Yeah,
now
up
his
there,
body
but not
can
in a
be
good way.
drugged. Now his body can be drugged behind our not so ghostly conga line.
Yeah, I say we ride hard.
Mhm.
Should we
Which
ride hard
direction?
back to town?
Yeah, I think
At
so.
least head that direction. See how much
We can
the
get him a
storm
pine box
follows
to be
us.
put in at least.
Yeah.
Make him a little bit less unseemly to carry.
You
I
guys
mean, he's
ride
already got a
hard.
box reserved for him, so
The rain has made this dry canyon floor muddy. So your horses are having to struggle a little bit as the water continues to pour down. It's now several inches above your horse's hooves. And as you get on what's almost the home stretch, you've got about a quarter mile in front of you to get out of this desperate flood zone that you're in. You start seeing skeletal hands come up out of the muddy earth, reaching for the sky, as these skeletons start to pull themselves out of the muck and out of the soil, blocking your path. It's
boy.
initiative time.
It is.
Okay.
Brain
It is
in, chance of
initiative time.
skeletons.
Yeah.
I got a 6.
Rolling
Right.
horribly.
Living.
Doesn't look like it's populating the turn order, so just make sure your numbers are right.
Yeah. Give me a second here.
I'm not going to have you guys do a fear check. You've seen the undead so many times now. It's not a thing anymore for you guys.
It's more like,
One
come
of us
on.
is undead.
Yeah, these dang skeletons. Yeah.
Chance, you're in the front. Yeah, you're probably at the lead of the line when you're seeing this. There may be. Here, I'll roll it. 70 feet ahead is where they started breaking out of the soil. So that's where you stop your horse. You don't know how many there are. I mean, a dozen have already pulled themselves out of the ground, but you see more hands starting to come up further down. And like, this is it. This is the funnel you guys have got to get through. You could head back in the other direction, but you don't know that you'll make it, considering how fast the water is starting to move beneath your horse's hooves now.
Yeah, I feel like this is go broke or go die.
Maybe both.
Maybe both. So I guess let's see about maybe pick out the people in front, start doing some shooting.
Yeah,
and just try and make a line.
It's a target rich environment. So you just you go right ahead.
Okay. Well, got 6 of diamonds. And a red joker, which I don't remember if that's the good or the bad one.
That's the good one. Yeah.
Nice.
And an 8.
Oh, God.
So the third one is bad.
The third one's a bad shot. Can't have anything
first
go
shot.
without anything bad.
They've only got 6 hit points apiece. All right. So go right ahead. First shot.
First shot, I think I get a 2 on it. Well, no, at this range, I'll probably. It's at long range
70
for me.
feet. Yeah, 70 feet.
Oh no, that's medium range for me.
Mm-hmm.
So an 11 to hit.
AC 12. So if that includes your
it.
Deadeye die, it's going to miss.
It does not, because for some reason it does not add in.
All right, so it hits.
Unfortunately, it's just enough to get there. It's only 4 points of damage.
Not enough to kill the first one. So you shoot one, probably because you're shooting bullets at a skeleton that's mostly air. You clipped a couple of rib cages or some of the ribs, and it goes through all the way. It's still getting itself up.
Yeah. Well, we just gotta shoot him again. So, of course, this one's a crit.
Yeah.
So we'll just roll it for the damage.
which might. Oh,
good thing that attack doesn't count.
Just blows it apart.
All right, and the next
third
shot,
one you jam.
Yeah, third one a jam.
Okay, that's chance.
and I think I roll. Okay, I got enough boons from my red joker to offset my hex from my 8.
There you go.
You get the hex from that, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Scab. You're noticing that some of these skeletons have miner hats on them, and you're just getting a flashback to you and the other kids that were doing the mining, and so many of your friends didn't make it back like you, quote, made it back. And it's just, you just have this flashback to the tunnel collapsing on all of your friends and the little I forget what gas it was that they used for the mine. There was a little stone that makes a gas that they used in the old style mining hats. Yeah, so a lot of these skeletons are wearing these helmets as they're coming up out of the ground. It must have been a team of miners that died here long ago, and it's just a flashback to you, Scab.
Oh God. I think. All right, Dad. You just keep riding forward, and I got this. And I've got some ropes and some weights for whenever I would do the underwater stuff. And I'm just gonna hold on to the rope. I'm gonna let myself get dragged behind the horse. Hey, y'all, stop this now! And I'll plump up. I'll spend a personality point to do the dead poke. I'll do my plumped up sausage form. Just making myself be a target is for as many as possible.
Yeah.
So they get me instead of other people.
Mm-hmm.
Not a Marty
So here's my quandary. They do have the undead trait, which makes them immune to all forms of sleep charms, paralysis, as well as all other mental effects.
I'm not actually doing my mental attack thing. I'm
making yourself a big juicy target.
I'm making myself the biggest, juiciest target.
Okay.
And I'm yelling at them like, hey, come on now, stop it. But really, the main thing I'm doing is I'm making myself the biggest, juiciest target.
Okay, and so you kind of slapping your horse to get it to run through there, and then they attack you as you're
Yeah, that way my dad can get through here just fine. I'm holding onto the rope, and I'm just letting myself be the whipping boy.
All right, here's how I'm going to
attack me.
Make me a personality check.
Okay.
Every point over 5 is how many come after you.
God damn it.
Okay, so I'm going to say a minimum of 5 come after you.
I have 1 boon. Can I try one more?
Yeah.
Come on. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, that's most of them that have freed themselves completely. You still see a few that are just starting to break out of the mud and starting to but it's going to be a bit before they can pull themselves free. So all the ones that are free come after you. And that'll happen on their turn, as your horse is basically someone slaps the side of the horse, or maybe you do it yourself, so the horse is frightened and just flings itself forward, dragging you in the water. It's you're playing skiing. You're inventing.
Don't look
skiing.
back, Daddy. I'm fine. No.
Okay, Ivan.
Yeah, I will just do whatever I can to move forward through this as quickly as possible.
Okay, you're still on horseback. 70 feet is the encounter distance between you and them. So tell me how you get there. What do you do?
Well, I mean, I've seen Chance ride. How hard could it be, right? So I'll just kind of like squeeze my legs together a little bit on the haunches of this horse and kind of slap the reins a little bit. Giddy up, horse, go!
All right. Since the horses are not so used to seeing undead creatures rise from the grave, I am going to ask for that riding check. So if you're untrained, it's a D10. Ivan, some good, some bad. Your horse kind of pulls itself back on its hind legs. It makes this wild neighing sound and it takes off at a shot in the opposite direction as you plow back the way you came. As this torrential rain starts continuing to pour down, the water is up to like the ankle joint on the the knee joint on the horse, as it just is fighting against this tide of water going in the opposite direction. Now you can try and leap off of it your next turn, but that horse is making a break for it. Jebediah, you're up next.
How clumped together are we, and how clumped together are the skeletons?
Well, those skeletons are all massing on Scab right now, the majority of them, so they're fairly clumped together, but Scab's right in the middle of it.
Okay.
And that's all happening about 70 feet away from you, so that's how far away your impact zone is.
Okay.
It's okay. It's not like it's the first time you nearly blown me up.
Nearly?
It was not the first time he was nearly blown up today.
These skeletons that are swarming after Scab look like they can keep pace with us in...
They're moving... you have experienced undead before, and generally they're of the slow kind of ambling variety. These are fast. Once they've gotten themselves out of the muck of the mud, they are moving very fast.
And we're not really moving at full speed because of the rain and stuff.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to pull out some cards.
Oh, no! It's nice knowing you, Scab!
I'll try and aim at the back half of it. So we'll see how it goes.
If we get an earthquake, I'm going to be upset.
I'm glad I'm in front of the Jebediah, so when he causes an earthquake, maybe it won't take me out.
This might work out. Let me open up my thing just so I have that ready. First card, 3.
Okay, just damage. What's your range? Your range is sight, so yeah, just roll some damage. 6 points to kill one.
Okay.
There's about a dozen of them that are up right now, but more are coming. Okay, doesn't
4
kill
for
it.
that.
Yep.
Okay. A 4.
Okay.
One
one goes down.
Okay.
Actually, one was killed. No, one was already injured. So let's say that shot just magically hit the one that was already injured for the first one. So that's 2 of them down. So 10 of them that are up and about are still there, and they're all on Scab. Go ahead.
And then a king of diamonds. Let me open up what that is. Documents. Should I have the book open?
I really want to make a gambler's deck of playing cards that have the effect of the card on the back. I think those would be very useful.
That'd be really nice, yeah. Because it's always the same.
Yeah.
I can't remember if diamonds is the fire ones or if that's hearts. Gambler. King of diamonds. Cards burst into a flock of ghostly avians centered on the gambler that immediately scatter outward in all directions. Surrounding friends and foes within a 50-foot radius are thrown 30 feet plus 5 per caster level. Affected targets suffer 1d6 damage per 10 feet thrown and land prone.
All right, so what's your maximum range that affects? It's 50 plus what?
So it's 50 feet of a radius within me.
Okay.
So the radius that it affects is the same. It's the amount of feet that get thrown that changes.
Okay, so that affects everybody except for Scab, who's already moved forward 70. So, but it doesn't affect any of the skeletons.
Well, I was writing up to be within. I moved up.
Yeah, it's not a spell, so you can do that. All right, that's fine. Eddie, no, you're free. You're fine. Your horse took off maximum speed, opposite direction.
So I was trying to move up to be closer because most of my effects are 50 feet. So I was trying to group.
No, that's fine. Yep. Your horse could definitely have moved to get everyone else out of range, except for Scab. Scab's kind of has to be in the range because they're all centered on
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. It's an arrangement we know we have.
It's okay. I probably
He is-
won't die today.
Currently invented body surfing.
All right. And good thing he's tied down, so that's gonna help him. Because he's getting
Sort of.
thrown.
Except he's
He's gonna
tied
go up
down
and then
to
down.
Me.
a horse that Pierce is on.
Yep.
Gab is really
Uh,
working on inventing water sports right now.
Yeah, so I guess I roll a d30 plus 5 per caster level. And caster level is just character level, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll d30. 6 plus. Okay, 6 feet.
It should be
plus,
6, right?
Okay, well,
5
if
per-
it's 6
so
feet,
it'd be
oh, no, go ahead.
plus 5 per caster level, so
36.
36 feet. Yeah.
Okay, so every 10 feet is a d6.
Yep.
So on average, that's going to kill the skeletons. I'm not, just to move things forward, the skeletons all go up and slam back down, breaking into a bunch of bones. Scab also goes up, falls down, takes that much damage. So it's a d6 for every 10 feet.
But the good
So,
news is
3d6.
it'll be a D4, and you
Yep.
roll them twice, and I'll take the lowest of each.
Yep. You go ahead, and then I got to do your horse too. So give me a second.
Oh,
your
I'm on
horse.
the
Yeah.
horse. Scab's not on the horse.
Well,
So-
the horse was dragging Scab,
Oh,
so it's within 50 feet,
Oh,
and I guess that means you are too.
yeah.
This horse's name is Sausage.
I wasn't sure how far behind the horse he was being dragged, but
Usually the
Nah,
ropes are
not
50.
enough.
Not that far.
You're all
I'll
in.
take the
Yeah.
6.
okay.
Oh man, you
Yeah.
got me down to 56 hit points.
Horse doesn't die. It's okay.
How much do I take? Because I'm on the horse.
Try.
Make a riding check. If you make it, you're fine. You stay on your horse back, and the horse made his.
I roll a 3.
You didn't make it. Roll 3d6.
Take 8.
Okay,
Wow.
you hit
That's-
hard. You get thrown from your horse. The horse is now uncontrolled and just starts moving forward, yanking Scab behind. The skeletons that were attacking are all just been dashed to bones, but you do see that even more are starting to pull itself out of the muck and mire. And it's a flash flood now. The water is up to just under the underbelly of your horses. So your horses are starting to float as these skeletons continue to pull themselves up because, of course, since they don't have to breathe, they're fine underwater. We're going to stop there except for one thing tonight. Eddie, your horse is
Yes.
plunging through and there's just this tidal wave of water coming down the arroyo, heading towards your friends, heading towards you. Your horse kind of rears up in fright as this tidal wave of water comes smashing down on it. And just as you are swept away by the water, a hand shoots out, grabbing onto you, pulling you up onto a rock ledge.
Oh my.
And it's your relations from the night before. She's wearing a duster. She's pulled you up. She's got a grimace of pain on her face as she pulls you up to the safety of this ledge. And she looks at you. And she smacks you really hard across the face. And then she says that Wolf Ritter is going to back to his home. He's figured out where the silver is. He's heading there now.
No.
I have no idea what she's talking about, but I pull her in close immediately. And
As you
quietly
do
tell
that,
her,
your hand comes up as you're about to cradle her face and it's covered in blood.
oh God.
He's been shot bad.
Oh no. So so as I'm holding on to her, I don't know. Do I know where the blood's coming from?
Yeah, she's been hit with like a full-on shotgun burst right middle of the body. So as you pull your hand out, it's just covered in blood. And you see that her shirt, you thought at first just soaked with water. It's blood. She just soaked in blood.
Oh God.
So can do you have any mask powers that allow you to heal someone?
Let's see here.
Oh, a doctor.
If you don't,
Um,
I may have an ace in the hole for you.
Oh yeah, we've got some stuff.
I'm a
Do you
doctor.
have any Neosporin in your inventory?
We've got
Well-
the Jackalope potions. We all have Jackalope potions?
Oh,
Jackalope?
yeah, we do.
You do
I've
have
never
Jackalope
used one,
potions?
so if I have one,
Right?
Are you
Yeah.
talking about the black milk of
That's what I'm thinking.
No,
yeah.
we ground up
No.
the Jackalope
No.
horns.
Oh, the
I've-
jackalope horns. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got 34 doses of jackalope antler milk on me.
Okay. So then he has it all then.
Yeah.
Oh, you have
so
it
he's
all.
got it
He
on.
has it all. But I
So
will say
I'm
you've
going
got,
to.
I will say you've got one of those vials of black milk though.
That's what I was gonna say. Is you should still have one of those.
So yeah, that's the
yeah,
quandary.
but
Okay,
that's-
so put yourself in Ivan's shoes. You know this stuff is evil. She's gonna die. What are you gonna do?
Well, I know that Pierce has got the antler juice.
Yeah, he's where that tidal wave just went.
Could she last that long?
Yeah, the thing is, if I can activate maybe bounding leap or something and carry her, either that or strength of the bull to carry her. It'd probably be strength of the bull.
Okay, so this was a moral quandary. This is where I was going to push a possible alignment change. So you're not going to give her the black milk. Then you're going to try and get her to someone that can help.
I'm going to try and get her to Pierce. Yeah. I'm
Okay,
going to put pressure on the wound, hold her directly, bosom to
Yep.
bosom, try and stop the bleeding. I'm going to activate strength of the bull, and I'm going to start running double time as fast as I can to get her to Pierce.
Okay, we will handle this next time. Bravo.
Yeah, nice.
Good
for
Yeah.
All right, so there we go. You guys are about to be hit by a tidal wave of water with your luchador bounding over rock, holding his dearest, dying in his arms, trying to get to Pierce. Why is it that Pierce is the savior? I don't.
Because I'm the doctor.
But you're not a
Technically
good
true.
doctor.
I'm still a
Good
doctor.
man. My dad.
This is like when somebody says, "Is there a doctor on the plane?" and you're like, "Yeah."
Define a doctor and on a plane.
All
I'm a
right, so
doctor
we'll
of
end it
social
there.
studies. Oh no.
Chuck, what do you got going on?
Let's see. On Wednesday, over on our Defenders of Cobalt Twitch channel, we are playing the 2nd edition campaign, Night Below. But we're using Dungeon Crawl Classics. Bert, Dan, and Jeremy are there, along with John and Alex. So yeah, and then Friday, we'll be back on Defenders again Friday night, and we're going to be playing more. I think it's Universe Ball Anthology, and it should be the finale. Yeah, I got it for
so.
once. Yeah,
This time.
yeah.
There's a big showdown, and we were going to be short players. So hopefully everybody's there and we get it done.
That can't possibly go wrong.
Yeah.
Jeremy, tell us about the Patreon you've got.
Yeah, and reads on Patreon. You've got comics, maps, tokens, other fun stuff. Check it out.
Okay, anyone else? Anyone? Well, check out Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. We've got almost 15 years worth of podcasting silly stories just like this one in that podcast feed. But more importantly, all of our social media links are there, the Discord channel, YouTube, Facebook, all the places where you can find more mayhem like this. We told you you'd feel bad about yourself by the end of this. We probably weren't wrong.
Yeah.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.